Alright guys, we should be live on YouTube as of right this second. Nice out there from Freddie. Josh will concede that rack, and Freddie takes a 2-1 lead. Alright guys, so anybody watching on YouTube, I'm gonna pause the commentary one more time real quick. I'm gonna throw this up on the television and make sure YouTube's working good, guys. I will be right back. You won't miss anything. Alright guys, we have now the video up on YouTube on the TV here. Looks like that's going well, so let me know if there's any problems with that if you guys are watching on YouTube. But we are once again here at Delmarva Billiards and Sports Bar, checking out the finals between Freddie Scott, Josh Brothers. Freddie with another real good chance here. The 4's in a tough spot, especially with needing to get down for the 5, so he's going to have to play a cut shot on the 4. I think he has room to do so. Looks to me like he does. We could check the other angle and see maybe a little more. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room there. Never mind. To shoot the 4. But he missed the 2. Hanging in the pocket, but Josh is going to have a tough time here. Tough to tell. Like I mentioned, guys, we still got a lot more playing around to do with the video for this secondary camera. But it looks to me like he doesn't have a great angle to go real first. Yeah, he's going to have to kind of masse a little bit between the 4 and the 8. Yeah, and the spin didn't grab quick enough. You could see it kind of, the cue ball kind of squirted straight to the rail and it didn't really grab before it hit the rail. So, Freddie's going to get away with one there. And the 4 is just about frozen to the rail. Like, this is a tough shot if he has to play it up table. So I think you will see him, like we look from the other angle, there's plenty of room between the 4 ball and the side pocket. So he will go forward 2 or 3 rails here. Probably just 2. Make sure he keeps an angle. That needs to go a lot. Yeah, it's not even... He's well short of his position on that one, and I don't think this ball banks. He's going to have to play a safety. So we'll check out the other angle again. Actually, this angle looks so different. Looks like this ball maybe does bank, but he's gonna have a tough time getting back. So he's gonna get another roll. Josh can see some of this ball, and he may have the bank shot cross corner. I don't think he can pocket this ball straight in the lower right-hand corner. Yeah, he's checking the bank now. Tough part of this is, I believe, beating the kiss. He could come up straight one rail with the cue ball, I think, between the 9 and the 7. I think he definitely would beat the kiss that way. But if you wanted to go forward, like around the 9-2 rails, I think that would be tougher to beat the kiss. So you'll probably see him just come straight up the table. The 8 ball's hanging, but you don't want to be shooting that combo from anywhere because of the position of the 6. It won't be difficult to pocket the 8, but potentially difficult to pocket the 8 and have a good shot on the 5. So he's going to want to get up table pretty far here. Oh, I hit it so good, and somehow it missed short. I thought he had made it. Really nice attempt there from Josh. This is probably a sellout. I think that ball's off the rail just a little bit, which makes this shot much more easy. It's just going to play with the tip of inside. Doesn't mind it bumping the 7. That's fine. Now he's got the same shot that we were just talking about with Josh. I mean, if you slow roll this, that 6 gets big in a hurry. Nah, he was able to hit the 8 a little fatter and hold the 5 right next to the pocket, so no problem. Nah, this is fine. He was gonna come pretty well short, but this ball still cuts fairly easy, and it's natural to go 2 rails. You just gotta make sure you don't go all the way down behind the 9. Nah, actually, he was able to just hold it. Once again, there's probably more room there than I'm thinking. I needed to be pretty straight on this 7. But nice shot, nice out from Freddie, and that'll be 3-1. Freddie looking good, but getting away with a couple misses also. As I know we're really late in the game, but if you're out there watching with us now, go ahead and share. We got a real good finals here for you. Freddie Scott versus Josh Brothers. This is exactly what we wanted to see here for the Sweat. Like, I'm disappointed because I'm not out there playing in the final, but you know, if you could pick a final for this tournament, this is the one you'd want to watch. So Derek, yeah, tables, I think overall they're playing about the same speed, but the ball's traveling forever in the bed, but the rails are definitely less springy. The cloth on the rails seems to grab the cue ball much more. So you could still spin it around the table really well, but just coming off the first rail, it seems like it absorbs a lot more of the contact than we're used to at this venue. The ridgeback rail is really, really springy sometimes, is what we're used to. So they're playing beautifully, though. Absolutely no complaints about how the tables are playing. It's definitely an adjustment from what we've had here in recent memory, but playing like a dream. So let's take a look at the break here for Freddie. Just like made the 1, made another ball. Gonna be playing a safety here, I believe. Really simple safety, just down behind the 9, and probably gonna see. I would say probably you're gonna see a jump shot here for Josh. You can kick at this ball, but it's a big time flyer. I mean, you're gonna probably be kicking the 2 towards the 3 and the 7. Chance to make a ball, but I don't know. A lot of players jump this one. Josh is looking for a kick. He's gonna kick at this one rail. Chance to make the 7, chance to create some kind of a cluster with the 2-3-7. So let's see how he does. At least that cue ball leaked down. We're far enough where Freddie's gonna have to make a nice play. If it had stayed a little higher, Freddie would have a really easy carom. As it is, the carom's much tougher. Maybe not there, and I don't think the 2 passes, so he's probably gonna have to back cut the 2 to cut the 7 thinly for the bank, or for this combination, I should say. Made the shot, but wasn't really able to control the cue ball on the 2. Yeah, Derek, definitely agree. You can tell that the balls are coming off the rails way, way slower than what we're used to here. So Freddie was able to cut that ball, I believe, into the corner and has a look at the 3 here. This 3 does cut. Problem here is it's tough to hold for this because of the 6. I mean, he can beat the scratch, but the cue ball is going to come around a couple rails. So maybe he's playing to the side here or playing safe. Oh, he was able to get up straight into the 6. That's a really nice shot. And he's in perfect shape here. Should definitely be out from here. little bit straight on that 6, just draws straight out, no issues at all. And you're probably going to see another concession here from Josh in about 2 seconds. Josh will let him shoot one. 4-1, Freddie leads. Josh just takes the extra second to collect his thoughts. And it will be Josh at the table breaking, trying to get something going here in the finals. Able to avoid the scratch, and also has a window between the 6-7 to pocket the 1 straight in the side pocket. So a little bit lucky on the break there from Josh. That looked like it had a really good chance to scratch. Somehow avoids it, and he's in perfect shape now. Takes a look at the 3. It looks to me like that definitely goes in the side pocket easily. So I think I like Josh to get out from here. So there's 2 ways. You can go play it with outside, go between the, kind of 2 rails between the 6 and the 8 and back down. Or you can play it with check side. You got to be careful with the check side though on the new cloth. Yeah, he's looking now. It's pretty natural, I think, to go forward in between the 8 and the 6 and back down for the 3. You just kind of want to make sure you don't get all the way down on top of the 9 or behind the 9. Looks like he hit it perfect, and not jacked up on the 9. It'll be right next to it. So big favorite to get out from here. No problems here at all. Well, I say that. I think the 6 passes the 7. If the 6 doesn't pass the 7, he's gonna have to play another nice shot to get from the 5 to the 6. Gotta be careful coming backwards with this ball. It's easy to go funky on the 6 or something. I think I like going forward on this shot. Couple rails, some inside. Right-hand English here. That looks short though. Oh no, I got there. It didn't look like it was traveling very fast. Once again, I think the 6 passes the 7. If it doesn't, he'll be going, kind of drawing straight back to play the 6 down table. But I think it does go. If he has half a pocket, then it's no problem. Perfect position. Basically a stop shot. I think the cue ball will leak to the left just a little bit, but perfect shape here. 2 rails. See, the good players always go 2 rails on this shot. A lot of times you'll see the lower level players go 1 rail here and go straight across that line for the 9. But if you catch that second rail, the cue ball is going to be going straight towards the 9. And of course I say all that, and then Josh plays at 1 rail. That's funny. But he hit it good, and closes the gap to 4-2. Quick word from our sponsors here, guys. BZB Home Improvement and Custom Carpentry. That's Dustin Bunting in Southern Delaware. There's a number and an email address on your screen. You can get into contact with him. Dependable Electrical. Service and Repair. That's Charles Hudson, servicing Wycomico and Worcester counties in Maryland and Sussex County in Delaware. There's numbers on your screen. Lakeside Physical Therapy. Look them up. They have a Facebook page. You can look them up on Google. Bobby Hamplo in multiple locations across Southern Delaware. And Ariel, your highest self. Ariel.com/FamilyManCBD for all your CBD oil needs. Big break from Freddie. but no look at the 2. You're looking for somewhere to push out here. Tough spot to push out from here. Probably going to be giving up a pretty simple safety shot for Josh. Josh could still fire at this ball. Let's take a look from the side, see if he can cut. Yeah, I think he could play this ball and go cue ball straight in between the 9-4 and then back out. Yeah, he'll probably just cut this ball. And he just banked it. Pretty much was a straight in bank and kind of rolled it in. 3 ball does pass the 6. Just come out 2 rails, play the 4 on the side. Kind of pinch this ball a little bit like your cue ball travel, kind of deep into the corner and back out. Perfect shape now. He'll just roll forward to get across the line for the 5, where he'll have the angle to just stun down from the 5 to the 6. Really simple stuff here. Josh should definitely be out. Actually went forward all the way to the rail and then climbed the table with some inside. It doesn't look to me like he is across the line, so he's actually probably just going to play almost a stop shot here. That's what he just went up table to check to see if he could kind of just stop or float forward just a hair and see the 6. Apparently he couldn't, so comes with a really big stroke. And you see, like the cue ball, the balls are traveling great in space, but it's tough to get them to come off the rail on certain shots, especially going straight into them with high like that. That was a monster stroke from Josh. Cued that one really nicely though, kind of elevated over the 7 a little bit, but nice and still. Splits the pocket with the 6, and this is elementary from here. Freddie will hop out of his seat. That is 4-3, and it will be Josh's break. I think it'll be Josh's break. I believe Freddie just broke that. Robbie Allen says, lagging pretty bad. Well, Robbie, I'm watching it on my phone, and it looks fine. So it may be your Wi-Fi where you're at. You may need to refresh where you're at. And if somebody else tell me if you guys are having any lag, but I'm monitoring this on my phone, and it appears to be fine. So let me take a look at YouTube, see if anybody's watching on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube appears to be fine as well. All right, Josh set the break here, trailing 4-3 to Freddie Scott. This is the first set of the finals. True double elimination here. Josh is in the hot seat. Freddie's gonna have to beat him twice. If Freddie should go on to win this set. That guy says there's 12 of you out there watching right now. Somebody else let me know if there is any lag going on. I had 2 people tell me they're having lag problems, but I'm watching it right on my phone right now, and the video appears to be perfect. So I'm getting great internet numbers looking at the computer here. You may see Josh play this ball, and yeah, he's going to play this ball in the corner and just kind of pull the cue ball back straight at the 9. 3 ball goes in the side, and if he clips the 9, he should be above the shooting line for the 3, and he'll be able to just roll forward for the 4. If he does get below it, he'll be able to stun up. He is probably just barely below the line here, so you'll see him just stun up table past the 8 for the 4 in the same pocket that he's shooting the 3 in right now. Really high level play here in this final, guys. 2 guys hitting them good in dead punch. And not the first time we've seen Josh Brothers versus Freddie Scott in the final. No surprises here. Appreciate that feedback, guys. Guys, I love when you comment. Jump in the comments, talk to me. Love the feedback on the video, love the feedback on the audio, and love just having conversations with you guys about pool. Especially when I'm in here doing commentary about myself. Makes it a lot more fun for me, so. Nice controlled shot there from Josh. Forward 2 rails into the line for the 9. A little bit of a cut shot here, but no problem. Gonna be 4-4. 4-4, Freddie's break. Let's hear from our sponsors once again, guys. I'm gonna get these guys some airtime. I know they're flashing on the screen all the time, but I have not been in the booth to do commentary at all day long. I played 6 matches in a row with no breaks. So, Ariel, your highest self. Ariel.com/FamilyManCBD. CBD. I added all kinds of letters there, but Gary Cottingham, great to work with, good guy. Dustin Bunning owns BZB Home Improvement and Custom Carpentry. You can contact him at the number or the email address on your screen. Dependable Electrical Service and Repair, that's Charles Hudson, servicing Wycomico and Worcester counties in Maryland and Sussex County in Delaware. And Lakeside Physical Therapy, Pompey, Pamplona. They have multiple locations across southern Delaware. All these guys, good local guys, pool players, guys that support my tournaments as good as anybody. I appreciate the 4 of them, appreciate them sponsoring the stream. And if you guys could go patronize them, they all do good work. Never heard any complaints at all from anybody about any of the work that those 4 gentlemen do.
Cold beer on Friday night, pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
All right, guys, Josh at the table. Looks like the 2 ball does cut. Pretty thin back cut here to the side pocket. And I think the 3 goes. If it doesn't go clean, you could probably squeeze it in off the 8. Nice shot there. Couldn't really spin the cue ball around the 4, but goes up into it, comes out looking pretty good here. He may have to go off the 8 here. I don't know. I can't tell. He's really giving it a close look. This is a really tight shot, but I think it would just... He is looking, I think, to see if it just brushes off the 8. Good thing is he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. The 4 is right there. He did try to brush it off the 8. He hit the 8 a little bit too thin and hit the far point.
Once you travel the right tag on your clothes, there's no downside or peace of mind to stop on you. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken time. Don't be on Friday night, a pair of jeans and fit just right, and a radio like six songs.
Guys, I was in a bit of a sidebar conversation there. I actually missed whatever just happened. Somebody could let me know in the comments who just won that last game. I'm watching the replay now, but I'm a couple shots behind watching on Facebook. Pretty wide open table for Freddie. Off of that miss from Josh, so I'm gonna assume Freddie ran out there.
May freedom forever fly. Let it rain. Salute the ones who die. The ones who give their life.
Meanwhile, the score is 5-4 in favor of one of these guys. Josh did actually concede the last 3 balls there, so Freddie leads 5-4, and Josh now at the table with another wide open layout. Really offensive match here. Haven't had to see a lot of safety battles. These guys have played wide open racks. So, but a little bit touchy here for Josh. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the. I thought that was the 8 ball. No, I thought he was shooting the 5 going to the 6. This is absolutely perfect for Josh. Just want to make sure you don't get too straight on the 6. Really nice shot there from Josh. This is perfect. We'll just draw this ball straight across the table above the other side pocket. Well, actually, maybe he doesn't like it. Maybe he doesn't like this angle, because he just looked at going straight across short side for the 7, so he can roll this 6 in. That needs to go. Got there. Still a little bit of a cut shot here, but you know, with half resolution less than what it got, that's a much tougher shot on the 7. Not quite sure what the problem was there for Josh. I mean, it didn't look like he had a bad angle to go straight across above the side, so. But he hit that one good enough, and that will be 5-5. Once again, Freddie at the table right in line here, guys. Sorry for I keep going away for a second. I have a couple sidebar conversations going on my phone right now. Getting distracted. I apologize for that. Freddie bumped the 3 with his hand. Asked Josh if he wants him to put it back. Josh will put it back because this shot's much more difficult. Josh tells him to put it back. And Freddie did not put that ball back where it was, I don't think. I think he moved that ball a couple inches, but now he's got a lot of room to bridge with. I think he overhit that a lot, yeah. Freddie's weighing his options here. Looking for a safety. It's always tough when you're playing basically all object ball on the safety, so he's going to try to bank this 3 past the 4, but needs to get very... No, I actually banked it 2 rails up past the 6, which I'm really surprised on it. That was a very, very difficult shot to get the speed right on. The 6 is not big, as far away from the cue ball as it is, so... Josh has a look here and just has to make sure he doesn't go full into the face of the 5 coming back down table. I don't think he'll go near it. I think he'll go 2 rails here or straight down. Yeah, even he does go straight at the 5, which is fine as long as he doesn't hit all of it. I was going to say the only problem there is if it goes straight into the face of the 5 and the cue ball parks right where the 5 was. I think that hit it a little bit more on the backside and cut off the rail a little bit. This is perfect now. You can see the 4 and the 5 is easier than it was as well. Don't scratch on the side. That's such a nicely judged shot from Josh. It's so easy to underhit that and go behind the 9, or like you saw there, scratch right on the side pocket, and there's a small... It's a pretty big window, but the difference between both of those misses is not much when you're reading that shot. Josh, trust his instincts on that one and judge the table beautifully. And this is just one of those spots where Josh is, you know, he has a couple different thoughts in his head. It's so simple. And he's kind of hadn't made up his mind, and he was getting ready to go down and shoot, and he did a really good job of recognizing that that was going on and resetting, picking a real target for this cue ball. And he hit it really good. I think Freddie will give him the last 2 balls there. Josh on the hill leading 6-5 over Freddie Scott. Guys, if you won't get anything else from the stream today, notice what Josh just did. Josh was dead in line. It was really simple. The last 3 balls were so simple. And he's a great player. He's a 700-some Fargo. But you see what he did there? He caught himself. He was about to just get down and hit that 5 and kind of just go anywhere with the cue ball. And recognized that he had not made up his mind, stood up, walked around the table a little bit, made up his mind, picked a good target for the cue ball, and executed the shot and got out. If you can just make yourself do that, guys, that'll make such a difference in your game.
Decomposable and unlike my home, they are not disposable. Freddie Mac kiss my ass. That solo cup, I do you up.
Looks like one ball down here for Josh. Cluster down table. Really funky layout here. Looks like he made the 3. He's right on the 1. He's not going to try to flirt with these, with going in between the 2 and the 5. He's going to come down below the 5, get a cut angle on the 2. And now I believe the 4 may go between the 9 and the 8. It does. So if he can get there, I think he can come. He's a little bit off to come backwards 3 rails into the short side position there. And at the 5's too. He is going to try to play that shot though. Oh no. Yep. Just played safety. Good decision from Josh, I believe. Like I said, it was just a little bit the wrong angle to come backwards through. It was a little bit too steep on that ball to draw out of the corner flat enough to get down to about where that score marker is on the right long rail on the right side of the table there. You can see that's where he wanted the cue ball to get to, and he couldn't get there. He could have gone backwards 2 rails, but the cue ball would have been coming more towards about where the 7 is. So he just drops back and punts. And I think this is pretty effective. Freddie can see the long rail to the left side of the table, but the 6 ball has the rail first angle for the 2. And looks like Freddie's breaking down his break jump. Let's try to go airborne over this 5 ball.
When last time you jumped? That jumps to Jack every morning. She wakes up and it's something.
Don't see Freddie jump too much, but what option does he have? The only other option he has is a 1 rail kick around the 5 from on going off the right side of the table, long rail. And that's not gonna get it done, but he did manage to make that cluster even worse than it was. You may see Josh kind of go for a 3 foul here. Easy enough to pocket the 2. He could pocket the 2 and go over into the 9, or 1 rail up into the 9. Looks like he was thinking about just splitting the balls there, but you don't have to come up with a shot here. Let's see how he does. If anybody knows how to get this done, it would be Josh. And he hit it as good as you can. I believe the 6 still passes behind the 8. It does. And so Josh still has more work to do. But that entire area to the left side of the table below the side pocket is good for the 6 ball. Gonna get into this ball a little bit, drag it up around the 9. But doesn't want to have too much of a back cut on this 5. No, he actually just looks he's a little bit awkward here, because if he drags this up around the 9, he's going to go in straight across the line for the 5. And like I said, you don't want to have the back cut angle on the 5. That's going to be taking you 2 rails away from the 6, away from the good side of the 6. So he's going to play this with inside. Comes straight across the table. And he hit that just about perfectly. I think maybe just a hair farther would have been better, but he does have the angle here to go forward. You gotta really put a good stroke on this ball. Some high left comes straight down the table, and you're scaring the corner pocket a lot of times here, but he might be doing something else. No, he hit it perfect. If anything, he's going to get a little bit flat on this ball. And he's probably just going to let this cue ball float off the rail just a little bit and play the 7 up in the corner. Or the side's fine if you end up straight in like that. Side pocket, just pinch the cue ball back a couple inches, and Freddie might get out of his chair before Josh shoots the 8. Nah, I'll let him shoot it. But nice comeback here for Josh. Freddie looked really strong in this set. There it is. Handshake coming. Josh Brothers, your champion for the day. 7-5, a winner, undefeated in this tournament. Freddie Scott, another strong second place finish. Always plays well. And that's it for today, folks. You've been watching The Sweat. Let's get one more quick word from our sponsors. Ariel.com/FamilyManCBD. We'll come back to that when it turned too quick. BZB Home Improvement and Custom Carpentry. That's Dustin Bunning. You can reach him at the number or the email address on your screen. Dependable Electrical. That's Charles Hudson. There's 2 numbers on your screen for Maryland and Delaware.
I don't even like playing safe with him, to be honest with you. I'd rather try to do it.
Lakeside Physical Therapy, owner Pompey Pamplona. They have multiple locations across southern Delaware. Look them up on Facebook or on Google. And Ariel.com/FamilyManCBD. Ariel, your highest self. Big thanks to all our sponsors. Big thanks to Dustin Bunning, Charles Hudson, Gary Cottingham Jr., and Pompey Pamplona. 4 guys that are local pool players, local small business owners. Really appreciate them sponsoring the stream. Couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate you. Everybody out there watching, thank you guys for being with us today. Sorry I could not do more commentary throughout the day. Well, like I said, I played basically all day long, back to back to back to back. And that's it for today, folks. We have another big tournament coming up, August 14th, 600 and under Fargo tournament, 625 and under, I should say, at Chop Tank Bowling and Billiards in Cambridge, Maryland, guys. Don't want to miss that one. Going to be bringing you all the action, probably a bigger field, and maybe race to 7 on both sides. So much more chance probably there for me to do some commentary for you guys, and looking forward to bringing you the action there. And if you guys are looking for something to do, August 14th, 625 and under Fargo tournament, still plenty of spots available for that tournament. Contact Danny Bell, Lee Bell on Facebook, or look up Chop Tank Bowling and Billiards. They have a Facebook page. Check them out. That's it for today. We've been watching the Gonna Snap 9-ball open, raising money for the ladies team that's going to Vegas out of right here in Delmarva Billiards and Sports Bar. So Josh Brothers, your champion. Freddie Scott second. Brendan Scott third place. And until next time, guys, you've been watching The Sweat. Have a good night.